Alright, welcome back to another cube draft. This is probably the last cube draft that I do because cube's going away for a while. We'll be back in a couple of weeks and I'll draft more. I want to go away and try something that's not Niv-Mizzet, and Ancestral Recall is a nice start to a non-Niv-Mizzet deck, although it does also pair with Niv-Mizzet. Basically, Ancestral Recall pairs with playing Magic and having some form of blue mana in your deck. Some real choices now. There is Glenelendra for a nice blue card, Treasure Cruise if we want to double up on draw threes. These other cards, not that interesting. I kind of am leaning towards Emrakul. Emrakul is a fun card and can do all sorts of stuff. There's Sneak Attack, there's some other things, Through the Breach. And this, in terms of Annihilator, this is just the best one. Annihilator 6 is hard to come back from. Annihilator 4 is already hard to come back from, but this is really GG a lot of the time. Kind of want to take it. Let's just take it. What else do we have here? Cataxian Probe, good blue card. 1000 Year Storm, I like that for Storm. Night's Whisper, just good card draw. Lotus Petal for Storm as well. I think I want to take the Probe. Just continue taking good blue cards. Yep. There's Daze. I don't hate Daze. Otherwise, there's Inquisition. I like that card quite a bit. And there's Orzhov Signets. I think I want to take the Daze here. Free counter spells are nice, even though this is quite a situational one. Ooh. There's Frantic Search and there's Manamorphose. If we want to go Storm, and I feel like we might be set up for that. There's also Regrowth to go with the Ancestral. I think Regrowth can wheel. Maybe just take Frantic Search and try Storm. There's also the Instant Speed Reanimator deck that we could try with this. Let's take the Frantic Search. Now here is Repeal or Torrential Gearhulk. Torrential Gearhulk goes nicely with Ancestral, so I think I want to take that. Yeah, Repeal is good and all, but this is quite a combo. Ooh, there's Corpse Dance, so that's a way to cheat Emrakul into play. I mean, none of these other cards are all that interesting, so let's take the Corpse Dance. We can take the other Emrakul. We can take Una's Prowler as a discard outlet, but I kind of want to take Spell Pierce. Just having good interactive cards that are cheap often leads to good decks, I feel. And Una's Prowler is kind of whatever. So let's take the Spell Pierce. And I'm not married to this Corpse Dance plan. With this setup, I could also see myself being blue-red tempo or just mono blue. I could even see us being High Tide and having like Mind's Desire to get this Emrakul to play. None of these cards are appealing. Let's take the Past in Flames if we do end up in Storm. Don't think so. Hex Drinker with no text box, no name at least. There's Wandering Fumarole, but now I do feel I take the Treasure Cruise. I mean, Wandering Fumarole is nice as well as a duel, but Treasure Cruise is still not bad. Night's Whisper, maybe blue-black. Blooming Marsh or Orzhov Signet. Let's take the Signet. Let's take the Revoker. It's not a bad card. Don't think we'll play it. Don't care about any of these cards. So nothing really wheeling. I don't know why Fight as One is in the pack, in the cube. It's just not vintage power level. I've never seen this cast against me either. Let's see. There's Mind Twist and there's the Mirari Conjecture. Kind of want to take the Mind Twist, even though that card is not as good as people think it is. And maybe we wheel the Conjecture. I like wheeling Conjecture with Ancestral in our deck. Let's take the Mind Twist. Ooh, Mana Drain. That is a nice pickup. Yeah, let's take that. And then maybe wheel Factor Fiction, Brutality. There's some chances to wheel something good out of this back, but Mana Drain is very nice. Ooh, Watery Grave, Miscalculation, Necromancy, Thassa's Oracle. I really want the Watery Grave. It will make our mana so much better. But Necromancy is a way to instant speed reanimate Emrakul, and there's not that many ways to do that. Do we really want to go in on this Emrakul plan, or do we just want to play a decent value or decent control game plan? I think if this comes back, it comes back and we are happy with it. Having good mana is kind of great. Talking about good mana, Flooded Strand, but there's also Fallen Shinobi, Vendilion Click, Cryptic Command. Those are all great. I think I want to take the Click though. Fallen Shinobi is good, but we don't have that many creatures to actually cheat it in. Cryptic Command is also good, but it's triple blue. Flooded Strand makes our mana better, but I've been pretty impressed and happy with Vendilion Click. Let's take that. Venser, Recurring Nightmare, Ancestral Visions. So we could be Ancestral Tribal with Ancestral Vision, Ancestral Recall, and Treasure Cruise. I'd rather try and wheel this, but I do really like Venser. It's just a good flexible card. So let's take that. Ooh, Through the Breach or Brainstorm. Brainstorm is not that great if you don't have the fetches. Through the Breach is at least an option. Don't know if I want to play it, but it gives us some other outs to this Emrakul plan, and none of these other cards were really all that appealing. What do we have here? Palinchron, don't care. I think we take Duress. Just a flex. It's not a flexible card, but it's a good card. Cheap interaction is pretty good. Don't know if I want to main it, but it's good for the sideboard. Charter Course, Creeping Tar Pit, Blood Crypt. I like Creeping Tar Pit and I like Blood Crypt. Don't know if I really want to go in on this Through the Breach plan all that much. And Charter Course is just good if we want to be like a deck with Vendilion, Click and Venser and like making tempo plays. And it works as a discard outlet as well. Nighthawk Scavenger or Lava Claw. Lava Claw is good with Through the Breach. Nighthawk Scavenger is a decent threat. I think I take the land. There's plenty of other cards like Nighthawk Scavenger. None of the cards I wanted to wheel out of that pack came back. So I guess we take Batterskull, but I'm not happy about that. I really was hoping to wheel Factor Fiction or what else was in that pack? Collective Brutality. At least Factor Fiction seemed likely to wheel. And now I'm thinking that even Mirari Conjector didn't wheel. We take the Bone Shredder. Ooh, Fallen Shinobi did wheel. That is very nice. So I think I want to get rid of this Emrakul Corpse Dance plan. That makes the Frantic Surge less appealing also. And just play blue-black mid-range. Recurring Nightmare or Playcrafter. I think I take the Recurring Nightmare. I'm not sure if I need the Frantic Surge for that, but maybe Frantic Surge becomes good enough again then. Frantic Surge also fuels Treasure Cruise. Let's take the Elishnorn. No, the Vindicate. Well, maybe Elishnorn could have actually been good with Recurring Nightmare now that I think about it. It's unlikely we hard cast it though. And Vindicate is splashable removal because blue-black does have difficulty answering permanents. Well, there's Underground Sea, there's Thoughtseize, there's Counterspell, and there's Ponder, but there's also Mox Pearl. And I think we have to take that. It's kind of a boring pick. Look at us complaining about having to pick Mox Pearl. And we get past Mox Jet. There's also Remand, Dimmer Signet, Oko, Dak. This pack is stacked, but Mox Jet is real good. Double Mox, can't complain. And one of the Moxen is on a collar. I would like to pick up a couple more ways to actually win the game. I think we already saw a Ravenous Chupacabra. That would be somewhat interesting as well. Impulse, I like Impulse. Good filtering, cheap. High Tide, Hero's Downfall, Grizzlebrand or Tassiger. G-Ace is kind of whatever. I feel like we could use some more removal and take the Hero's Downfall. Grizzlebrand is also somewhat interesting. Just a little bit more reanimation. I could try this. Grizzlebrand Corpse Dance is not the worst. We're really only giving up a Hero's Downfall. In that case, I don't mind taking a speculative pick, even as late as pack 3. Hymn to Torok. I like that. There's also Makeshift Mannequin for the reanimation plan, but I don't really like Makeshift Mannequin. Baleful Strix, also quite nice. Maybe actually. Hymn to Torok is hard to cast. Baleful Strix is also good with the Shinobi. Yeah, I think I want to take the Strix. Not a bad deck. Do think that pack 3 was pretty good for us, but it's hard to argue otherwise if you open and get past the Mox. I could also see trying to play like a value game plan in game 1. With like mid-range creatures and some removal and counter spells to back it up, and then shifting to a more combo reanimator plan in game 2. I like Force of Will, stopping a lot of the nonsense that goes on in this cube, and we have the card advantage to recoup. Looter Elcor, Gush, Teferi. I don't want to play Teferi off of 2 white sources and no other fixing. But I will take the Looter. Looter is good for the reanimation plan. It's good with Shinobi. There's Dismember, Liliana, but there's also Marsh Flats. And Marsh Flats just makes our mana a little bit better. It looks like we'll have enough playables. So let's take the Marsh Flats. Badlands or the Massacre Worm. I don't think we need to splash red. So let's take the Massacre Worm as a sideboard card against the creature decks. Remand came back. I mean, that pack was stacked. But I'm very happy to pick up a Remand. Yawgmoth, Oblivion Stone. I don't think we'll play Yawgmoth, but we might play Oblivion Stone against like a green deck. Tassiger seems decent. Scrubland or Makeshift Mannequin. I don't think I need the Mannequin, but I will take the Scrubland to be able to splash, maybe Vindicate out of the board. I'll take the Gideon. Crucible, yeah, we don't need that. Let's see. So we'll count these mocks in his lands. And then if we add 13 lands, we go to 17. Yeah, I think we have a deck. Don't see what we would want to change. Maybe take out this Orzhov Signet because we don't need that much ramp. But a little bit, never harmed anyone. I don't really want to try this Grizzlebrand plan. I think we have some good sideboard options also. Vindicate, we could splash. What would we take out? Probably Frantic Search. We have some situational spells that I don't mind running a Frantic Search. Let's just try this. Okay, round 1. This hand doesn't really do anything. We have a Mox and it's nice and all, but doesn't do anything. So this doesn't beat anything either. Let's just mulligan. This seems a lot better. Still not amazing, but we do keep. We just put away this Torrential Gearhawk. We have some answers to creatures. Charter Course, it's not bad. Ooh, Mox Pearl. Still Fingal, we just play the Watery Grave and pass. Azorius Signet, yep. Draw a Swamp. I think we play our Island. Don't really want to Charter Course. Seems like this is maybe a matchup that's a little slower. Then I kind of want to just draw 2 cards with it. And then maybe next turn we can go Mox, play a land, and bounce something. What did they play? Teferi. Well, Teferi makes it unlikely that we get to bounce something. Not on their turn at least. Yeah, they don't do anything with it. Teferi is so annoying. I mean, I guess we just go Mox, land, and then bounce their Azorius Signet because they did miss a land drop. They can bounce our Fencer. So if they bounce our Fencer with the Teferi, we just bounce a land of theirs. They play the Signet. Yep. What did they do? Just plus. Makes sense. Soulfire Grandmaster. So we can kill the Soulfire Grandmaster and Charter Course. And then we just attack the Teferi. Force of Will. Yeah, Force of Will is nice, but not against Teferi. It's not. So let's play the Mox Pearl. Bone Shredder. This Soulfire. Let's go attack Teferi. And then we Charter Course and draw 2 cards. Mana Drain is also good, but not against Teferi. We do pay for this Bone Shredder next turn. Although, maybe we want it to die, so we can do some Recurring Nightmare shenanigans. Yep, they just plus Teferi. Glenalendra. Yikes. That's annoying. Let's just pay. Ancestral Recall. Well, they're definitely countering that if we let them. Let's just go after the Teferi. They want to trade. That's nice, because then Glenalendra goes to the graveyard just for a moment. And, we can't respond because of the Teferi. I was so excited we would get to resolve Ancestral. I guess not. Man, that sucks. I don't want to play anything into this Glenalendra. Maybe we just play the Recurring Nightmare, give up on that dream. They have... I was going to say they have to counter this. I guess they think they don't. Yeah, I'm just going to Recurring Nightmare back to Venser. And I'll bounce their Signet. And now we also have a 2 power and 2 toughness creature to attack into the Glenalendra again. I thought they would counter that. Maybe they're scared we have better things. Which we do. Azorius Signet again. Yep. What do? They go attack with the Glenalendra. They bounce Glenalendra. Play a land and play Glen again. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, they won't have counterspell up anyway. And if they don't play a blocker, we can just kill their Teferi anyway. Now we get to resolve Ancestral. Elspeth. Okay. So that's a blocker. Start by probing them just to see what's up. Pay the life. Ooh. Time Walk, Oust, Elspeth, Sun's Champion, Glenalendra. So they have some bangers in hand. And to be able to answer those, we do need to kill the Teferi. Don't know how many ways to kill a creature I have in our deck, but it's Ancestral. Yeah, that is not going to do it. And guess what we could do? We can attack the Teferi with the Venser. I imagine they block. And then let's see. If we let them do their thing next turn, they probably play either Elspeth or Glenalendra. I think we want to take the chance to resolve this Recurring Nightmare, whatever we do. We could bounce this Teferi. If we bounce the Teferi, we can use the Force of Will to counter. No, I think we just let them do their thing. Maybe that's just totally wrong and we can't beat Elspeth. Maybe they just go Glenalendra Time Walk. And what do we do then? Yeah, Teferi giving us a hard time. I mean, the other option was to sack Fencer, get back Bone Shredder, not kill anything, then play Recurring Nightmare, sack the Bone Shredder, get back the Venser, bounce the Teferi, then we Force of Will either their Glenalendra. Yeah, if they then play Glenalendra, we have to Force of Will that. And then if they play Time Walk, then we still get Elspeth it. So I don't think there's really a great line. Okay, so they plus the fairy, make a soldier. I don't see how we win this game. I guess that if we had done all of that and they wouldn't have the fairy, they would play Glenrenner. We could force it, or we could just let it resolve. If they play Time Walk without drawing up another blue source, we would be able to counter the Time Walk. I don't know. Elspeth. Yep, Elspeth resolves. What do we do now though? We can bounce the Elspeth, but we can't even kill the fairy at this point. Honestly, we don't have efficient answers to any of this stuff. We can treasure cruise digging for cards, but I think I'm just gonna scoop this one up. I don't see a way out of this for us, and I don't want to waste my time or your time on it. So I want Duress. Massacre Worm doesn't seem that bad. Tossigur is not great versus Teferi. I think I want Vindicate, so we want the scrub land as well. Take out a swamp. Frantic Search, maybe not. And then Oblivion Stone to be able to answer all of their planeswalkers. What do I not like? Let's take out this Orzhov Signet if we're going for the Oblivion Stone. Daze still seems fine. Chart of course. Like all of these other cards. Maybe just not the Massacre Worm. Yeah, I think Oblivion Stone is a better plan versus that anyways. Oh, actually no, let's do the Massacre Worm plan instead of the Oblivion Stone. Massacre Worm could just end the game with the life drain. And we are also kind of relying on our Moxen to make some of the mana that we have. So let's try this. Okay, back for game 2. All lands, we have to mulligan. Well, only one land, but we also have an Ancestral. I think we keep this bottom the Treasure Cruise. Play the land, Ancestral ourselves. We have the Looter. We just need to find a black land, and then we can also Shinobi. Well, there's our black land. Start with the Looter. Then next turn we can click them. Ooh, I like Force. Okay, this hand has developed quite well. Attack with the Looter. Don't think we need another island. Let's set a stop on their draw step and click them. Don't want to see Teferi. Gonna counter this. Remand, that's fine. And next turn we get to Shinobi them with Force backup. Duress. Well, I'd like to play Duress, but we can't, because then we don't get to Shinobi. And I do want to do that. So hope we hit some good ones. I've had some pretty bad Shinobi hits. Let's see. Ooh, I guess we Treachery our own Fallen Shinobi just to untap our lands. It's not a great hit off of the Shinobi, but it's better than nothing. And then we Duress them. See what's up. Time Walk, Elspeth, Banishing Light. Elspeth conquers death. I think we just take the Banishing Light. Yeah, and then we draw step, click them again, and then we still have Force backup. Ooh, they have Fractured Identity and Elspeth Conquers Death. I think we leave them with the Time Walk, and we just take the Fractured Identity because that's the scariest card. And then what they'll do is they'll probably just Time Walk and then try and play Elspeth Conquers Death after that. And I think we just force the Time Walk. No, we let the Time Walk happen. That's fine. And then we force the Elspeth Conquers Death on the following turn, so we get rid of their answer. You do get an extra land drop, but that's fine. Wrath of God. Okay, still trying to counter this. And next turn we can Venser the Elspeth Conquers Death, if that's what they play. See if we can get a nice Shinobi hit. We're also just attacking them for 8. Well, not great hits, but something. Let's Venser this, and then imagine that's good enough. Yes, it is. All right. Do I want to change anything? I don't think so. I think this is fine as is. Let's just run it back. Okay, this hand has no blue lands, so that's a mulligan. I like it because we have Duress, we have early plays, but we actually need double blue for most of our spells, so mulligan it is. This is fine. We can just bottom the Vindicate, and then hopefully we draw another island, and that will let us mana drain into Mind Twist. So let's keep bottom the Vindicate. Our opponent's deck does look quite powerful. Maybe a bit slow. Lots of 5 mana cards. But that's also difficult for our deck to deal with because our clock is not that fast, and then their powerful spells we will have trouble keeping up with. We don't kill as quickly as we did last game, I don't think. So maybe we should have the combo. I don't know. Island, go. Well, I think we attack and probe them for life. Our life total doesn't matter all that much. Banishing Light, Elspeth, Shark Typhoon, Treachery. Duress. I think I'd rather save Duress. There's nothing that I want to take out of these cards that they have right now. And if we draw a blue land, I would want to have Mana Drain up. Massacre Worm, yeah, perfect draw. Let's Duress now then, just so maybe we can nab at the ferry. Banishing Light, Day of Judgment, Elspeth. I think we take Shark Typhoon. They don't have the mana for Elspeth. This lets them cycle and find lands potentially. So they play their island. So this is the last land that we know about. Marshflats, perfect. Now they can draw land. And then if they play Elspeth, we get their Mana Drain into Mind Twist. I like that. They did draw the land, so they're probably going to slam this Elspeth. And that's going to be pretty good for us. Let's get our Watery Grave. Yes, we'll pay the 2 life. And then Mana Drain. That works. Bone Shredder. Well, we play our Swamp. And Mana Drain. Our Mind Twist are all hand away. They had Day of Judgment and Wrath. Do you need to find a way to win now? Maybe Baleful Strix can find us something. Find us land. At least we're developing. They don't do anything. Torrential Gearhulk. Okay. Torrential Gearhulk can flashback Mana Drain. It's not bad. Venser to bounce their first play. Don't make a play. Now I like our position. We have the island to be able to deploy this Torrential Gearhulk and Mana Drain whatever they play. Time Walk, that's fine. I'm just going to let that resolve. It's just an Explorer. If they have a Planeswalker or something else on the board, that's when it gets scary. But they can draw an extra card, maybe play an extra land if they have it, but I imagine they don't. Yep, they take an extra turn. Snapcaster. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let them have the Snapcaster and then let them spend the mana on the Time Walk. I guess I'll Torrential Gearhulk this. And then the Snapcaster can add to our clock. What I really want to draw most of all is Force of Will. No, we draw an island. That doesn't do all that much. The question is, we attack them for 6, they go down to 12. If we play the Massacre Worm, we can kill them next turn. They've already discarded 2 of their board wipes. Is there anything we're really scared of? Don't think so. So let's just go for the Massacre Worm. That kills them next turn. Any permanent we can maybe bounce. And we do deal quite a bit of damage. What? I missed my attack? I recently reinstalled MTGO. And now when I go to attack all, this happens. Ay, ay, ay. That could prove quite costly. They have like Fractured Identity here. Yeah, jeez. That's so bad. Otherwise there would be 6 life lower. Oh, I do like Treasure Cruise. So let's start with that. That's frustrating. Ancestral as well. So let's Ancestral ourselves. Draw 6 cards in 1 turn. And just bounce the Massacre Worm. Let's make sure we don't miss our combat step here. Normally it says like attack all here. Play Elspeth, then we can daze it. Oh, Winds of Bannon, yes. Daze ya. Ooh, that was clutch. Vindicate. We can kill one of their lands, but that doesn't seem great. Let's just go attacking. And we chart a course, and basically we're looking for Force of Will as the card we want to draw most. If we hadn't messed up, we would have killed them by now. Remand. That should also be pretty good. 6 mana, Elspeth. Yeah, let's remand that. And that's game. Alright, our misclick doesn't cost us there. Thank God. Mana Drain into Mind Twist. Pretty good. Alright, on to round 2. Back for our second round. We are on the play. And we have a good opener. We have Mana Drain, we have Ludor Core, we have black mana, we have blue mana. Let's keep this. And the question is, do we want to play the Ludor on turn 2? Or do we want to keep up Mana Drain? Kind of depends what our opponent shows us. Let's play the island, go. Creeping Tar Pit. I don't think they can play something super scary right away. So let's just get the Ludor down and get this going. Now, you'll see they go land, Lotus, 5-drop, but no, they don't. They just don't do anything. Let's play this Marsh Flats and go attacking with the Ludor. And then maybe at the end of their turn, I deploy the click. I don't want to do it in their draw step because then we don't have a counter up for the entire turn, and maybe they have 2 things that we don't want them to resolve. What do we want to discard? I think Spell Pierce could still be good here. Gearhulk I like. Get rid of the land, but I also kind of want to draw the land. Venser is also not bad. Don't want to discard any of these cards. I guess for now, the land. Maybe this is greedy because you do have a 6-drop, but we don't really have anything great to spend the Mana Drain mana on. Let's go and fetch. Just get a swamp. So we can't be wastelanded. Let us click. Yeah, I was considering waiting with the click to play the Spell Pierce. as well to have that up. Ooh, Chart of course I like. You can draw 2 and we can still have Spell Pierce up. But our clock is a lot worse now. I guess we discard the probe. I still think Pierce will be good here. And Chart of course. Ooh, a Mox as well. Play the land and say go. Bad land. So there are Grixis. Still not doing anything. Ancestral Recall. That's a nice one. Do I just want to try and resolve that now? I also don't really want to fight about it this turn. So let's just attack and then see what we draw. We can discard this island or the Mox. I think I discard the Mox. We don't really need the extra mana anymore. And having more blue mana is pretty good when our hand is just blue spells. Okay, they're playing something. What is it? Fact or fiction? Let's Ancestral ourselves first. And then let's Spell Pierce their Fact or Fiction. Pretty happy with that. Then next turn, we have the Gearhulk up. We still have Mana Drain. You have Treasure Cruise as well. Worn Power Stone, that's fine. We only have 3 cards. Play the Swamp. Let's play the Mox Pearl. I think I want to Treasure Cruise now. Get rid of this Mox. This. I think I'll pay so I have Spell Pierce and Ancestral available still. Ooh, Tasigur. That's also nice. Impulse. We have a good hand. We're set up to win this game, I feel. Our clock's still very slow, but this Tasigur will soon change that. Well, they saw enough. I mean, we have a lot of card advantage, so this is the matchup that I want, I think. Let's put into duress. Let's take out the Orzhov Signet. Yeah, this matchup seems like the type of match that we want to play. There's not a ton of things that we need to answer on the board, and most of the interaction is on the stack. It's a very good hand. You can see what's up and then play around whatever they have. Make a game plan. Underground Sea. Soul Ring. Do we want to force this? Or do we just want to counter whatever they play next? I think I just force this. Maybe their hand is depending on this. Let's hope it is. And we can recoup the card advantage. Daze. Let's play the island. Let's get action probe. Him the Turok. Oh, they only have 1 land. Nice. So this Daze likely to be good here as well. So you go. What is this? Duress. Yeah, I will Daze that. I want to keep this Remand and this Night's Whisper. We get to duress them. I think we take their Him the Turok. Yeah. The rest are pretty far off from casting. And him could really wreck our hand here. Take this opportunity to resolve the Night's Whisper. Click. Okay. This is going well. They found the land. What did you have? Boros Signet. That's fine. I don't think I want to deploy the click. I'd like to be able to counter like an Urza if it comes down. Yeah. So we send the Urza back to their hand. Did it just rattle off some lands? Okay, so maybe here I do want to click them and take away their Urza because we don't have a good answer for it yet. They have Fallen Shinobi as their only threat left. If they cast a Fallen Shinobi, we do need to find some sort of answer. We don't have many. Yeah, now they get to cast a Shinobi. No, they go for the Worn Power Stone. I don't get that. I think I would have just played the Shinobi if I were them. Let's go looking for something. Ooh, Mind Twist. Yeah, we can get their hand. Let's do that. That sounds like a plan. So they discard our whole hand. Unless they have actual counterspell here. No, they drew counterspell. Man, that was lucky. They should just cast a Shinobi here. And then I am actually in trouble. Man, this game, we're starting to look so good for us. But that counterspell already wrecked us. They should just cast a Shinobi here. What else are they going to do? Yeah, we have to chump it almost with the click. Yeah, we don't have a good answer for this. Ancestral, let's go looking. Wow, that is not great. That is actually pretty brutal. Man, I can't believe we're about to lose this game. I mean, we don't have good answers to resolve threats. That's a problem for this deck. I didn't take that Hero's Downfall and it's biting us here. Cannot just get hit by this. It's way worse to lose 2 cards or have them cast 2 cards than it is to lose this click. And we draw another island. Wow, we just drew 4 straight lands off the top. No, 5 even. That is brutal. So the chance of them hitting lands is become lower and lower. I cannot believe we're actually going to lose this game. Fact or fiction too. Yeah, well, they also have a lot of lands, but man, how are we losing this? Just that counterspell? This is brutal. They bounce our Nightmare, sure. Yeah, this might be scoop territory. If they get a good hit, I probably will scoop. Torrential Gearhulk, Ludericorn. We'll take a draw step, but do not think we're getting out of this. Oh, they get the Fact or Fiction too. Let's see more of their deck then. And then take a draw step and then probably scoop. I'm very sad to lose this game. We were in such good position when we found that Mind Twist, but I mean, all of these cards are kind of whatever. It's just a matter of can we answer the Fallen Shinobi or not? I think it was definitely a mistake to not take that Hero's Downfall. I thought it would wheel, but Trend Dynamo, yep, sure. Venser, alright, what does Venser get us? Venser does some stuff, I think. We can use Venser to bounce the Gearhulk, but then we can't play it yet. We can play it next turn, and then we can chump the Fallen Shinobi, bounce the Gearhulk, play the Recurring Nightmare. I don't think I really care about having Click versus Venser. I guess it's still fine. Yeah, and then we have Venser in the graveyard again to be able to use it to bounce something else, maybe the Shinobi. Miscalculation, Mindslaver. Well, we have to put away the Mindslaver, otherwise we just get Slaver locked. Then they have Miscalculation and Balance. They're casting the Borrower. We're cycling the Miscalculation. Yep, cycling the Miscalc. We're also down to 10. Gonna hit us for 4, down to 6. We can start looping Gearhulks, but unfortunately we don't have... Well, we have some good spells, but maybe forcing that Soul Ring was a mistake. I still don't think that is a mistake though. If they would have drawn a land, then we would be stuck forcing the Urza the next turn, but at least we got rid of an actual threat instead of just some mana. The game is gonna go long, so they're gonna draw out a mana screw. Yeah, I think we do just jump here. Having them hit us seems way worse. Go down to 6. They get to loot, discarding an island, so they still have Balance in hand. They also have Creeping Tar Pit. I didn't consider that. Tezzeret. Oh, they can find Mindslaver. No, they cannot find Mindslaver yet. That costs too much mana. Baleful Strix. Okay, let's play the Baleful Strix. We draw a card, Mana Drain. So now we have Mana Drain to counter if they have an answer for a Gearhulk, and the Gearhulk can block the Fallen Shinobi. And then the Baleful Strix can block the Brazen Borrower. And we take 4. And then we can start looping Venser to bounce their Creeping Tar Pit. I think that's our plan. And Gearhulk can get us Ancestral. I mean, it's not a very stable plan. There's a lot that can go wrong with it. Oh, yeah, that's one thing that could go wrong. I forgot about that. I forgot about Tezzeret Ultimate. I guess we should have gotten back the Venser to bounce the Tezzeret. I mean, now we're just dead. They have way too many lethal attackers. Yep. Oh, losing that game sucked. That was for sure. I guess Oblivion Stone is actually good here. Let's take away this Frantic Search. I like Oblivion Stone if they have a bunch of artifacts. Yeah, let's try this. We're also very unlucky drawing like 5 lands in a row. I still like our deck versus them. Could maybe board Vindicate. Oh, too late. I guess we have to do with Oblivion Stone. Oh, I like this hand. Ancestral Recall, Daze, Force of Will, Tasigur. Seems good. I don't want to Ancestral right away because we just have to discard. I guess I do it at the end of their turn. Do we still have to discard now? Looks like it. What do we discard? Maybe I should have waited on the Ancestral. What do I want to discard? I don't think I want to discard Daze or Spellbearers. I definitely don't want to discard Nightmare. Chartercourse, maybe? Oh, I like Chartercourse. Maybe just Tasigur. Tasigur is our biggest beater that we have, but we can get it back with the Nightmare. Yeah, discard Tasigur. Just want to be able to counter their next couple plays. And we have Chartercourse to get even more gas, more counter spells. All right, let's see what they have. I think I Vendilion click here and then Daze this. We don't have a land drop next turn anyways, so dazing is not that bad. Hymn the Torok, Oblivion Stone, Thread Dynamo, Fallen Shinobi, Factor Fiction, Cryptic. Those are some good ones. We can counter most of them and they don't have a land, so I think I just want to let them keep all of this. We daze this and then we have a bunch of counters and we can just beat them down with this click. No. And then let's daze this Worn Power Stone. We did draw land. I guess there's not that much that they can play next turn that we really need to answer. And then we can't answer with Spell Pierce. If they draw a black land, they could him us. But I also want to get this Chartercourse out of the way. Ooh, we got our own Fallen Shinobi. That's nice. We have Spell Pierce available. Do feel we Spell Pierce whatever they play here. Oblivion Stone, yep. Don't know if I want a Fallen Shinobi, but I guess we do have Force of Will. Start by Gitaxian Probing. Inkwell is the card that they drew. So they can't do anything too bad next turn. And we do have Force of Will. Getting this Fallen Shinobi down is pretty good. Especially if we can protect it. See if we get a nice hit. Wormcoil Engine, yeah, that qualifies. And that wins us the match. Yeah, Fallen Shinobi is a busted card. We saw it in the previous game where our opponent just owned us with it. And now we got to own them. Alright, on to the finals. Okay, match 3, our final cube draft of this season. Let's see if we can get another trophy. That's weird. Not sure why this is here. This hand, we have Force to stop nonsense. We can play a Looter turn 1 and hopefully that can fix our hand. Still feel like I want to keep this. Looter plus Treasure Cruise is kind of nice as well. Yeah, perfect. We drew the land, so let's go and play this Looter. We're up against another blue deck. I don't mind that. Blue-green. Jace. Do we want to force this Jace? We don't have great answers for Resolve Jace. Do we have to pitch probably the Torrential Gearhawk? I think I do want to do this. I can't answer Resolve Jace. I can't really interact with it all that well. Mana Drain, I like that. Let's go attacking. Not sure what I discard here. Well, probably the land. Maybe we can drain something and then play Treasure Cruise. Oh, they don't play anything. In that case, I'm just going to go fetch and play this click. Do want to click them just to see what's going on, and I don't want to get rid of either of our cards. So Mana Drain, Rofellos, Deranged Hermit, Beast Within, Coalition Relic, Uro. Those are some cards. What do I want to take here? Or I think I just, again, don't take anything and hope they miss on lands. Like all of these cards are annoying, but they're more annoying if they rattle off more lands, so I don't want to give them another draw. Let them keep that. We don't want to play the land because if we draw a good spell, then we need to discard that. So let's go attack. Fencer. I like Fencer, but I do think I discard it because I do want to make land drops, and this lets us Treasure Cruise sooner without needing to give up double blue. They didn't immediately play a land and then play a spell, so that's positive. Well, they scoop. All right, I'm happy with my decision of not taking something with the click. Let's see. A green deck. I think I want Massacre Worm, and I think I want Oblivion Stone, and maybe also Vindicate. Let's put in Scrubland. What do we want to take out? Spell Pairs, perhaps? No, let's take out the Oars of Signet for sure. Spell Pairs, not great. What else? Frantic Search. I think Frantic Search could be good. I guess Frantic Search is still our worst card. Yeah. Well, if we had an island, I might keep this. But as is, this is a little too risky. Yeah, let's mulligan. Okay, so we have Daze, and we have Oblivion Stone, and we have Impulse. So it is definitely keepable. We just put an island back to the bottom. Island. So we're not getting Rofellos turn 1 or turn 2. Okay, Night's Whisper can undo or mulligan. What is this? Mox Ruby. Our opponent has some powerful cards in their deck. Coalition Relic. I don't think I want to daze this. No, they can have that. Might be a mistake, but who knows. Let's play the Mox Pearl. Let's play the Marsh Flats and don't play the Night's Whisper just yet. Could have just played the Oblivion Stone. Maybe. I don't know. See what they have. Hopefully it's something we can daze. Glenalendra Archmage. Oh, we can't daze that. I think we just impulse then. Vendilion Click, Island, Vindicate. Let's take the click. Something they can't, Glenalendra. And fetch. I think we get our Scrubland. Tasigur. Tasigur is kind of interesting. We can just play Tasigur and then start beating them down. Kind of like that plan. Put a little bit of pressure on them. If they tap out completely for something big, maybe we can daze. Glenalendra is a very good card against us. They only have 2 cards left, 3 now from their draw step. So maybe they don't have anything scary. Land is not scary. This is scary. Hangerback Walker. That's fine. So you go and chump the Tasigur with the Hangerback, then this Oblivion Stone can maybe clean up. 1 card left. We draw Treasure Cruise after delving away a bunch of stuff. Just go attacking. Guess we're racing. They don't want to block. Makes sense. It's Night's Whisper. Not super upset if they counter this. Looks like they will. If we just trade a bunch of resources, then this Treasure Cruise can gas us back up. Elvish Mystic, yeah, that's fine. Oblivion Stone is going to be good here if we can resolve it. And their last card is Phyrexian Metamorph. I don't like that because I guess they get Glenalendra, yeah. Alright, that makes it tough. They attack us for 1. Force of Will. Force of Will is nice, but not what we need. I guess we attack with the Tasigur, then we play Vendilion Click, targeting ourselves. Block with the Elf, play Vendilion Click, target ourselves, put away this Daze. Yeah, maybe we should have dazed the Coalition Relic. Still feel we would be in a similar spot. Put away the Daze, draw Swamp, play the Swamp. So we use Vendilion Click to block the real Glenalendra, and then if we can kill the other one, they can't copy it. Mana Drain. Question is, can we also Treasure Cruise this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no. So let's Tasigur. Problem is also that we can't really kill the Hangerback. I guess Fencer, but then we need to find Recurring Nightmare, and yeah, we have some work to do. They give us Click. Can't attack with the Tasigur, they just eat it. They attack for 7 as well. Pretty scary. We have Force of Will for anything real big. Ooh, they don't attack with the hanger back, or they're thinking, oh, I like not attacking with the hanger back. That gives us a lot more time to find something. What do we do here? We can click them or us. If we click us, I'm not sure what we put back. We can play Treasure Cruise, and then they probably counter it, and then copy, I don't know. Let's just start by Treasure Cruising, and I think we leave the Venser because we're hoping to draw a Recurring Nightmare to pair it up with. Let's pay the full price. Counter that. It comes back as a copy of Tassiger. Yep, that gets countered. And then maybe we can now resolve this Oblivion Stone. We still need to find a way to get rid of the hanger back. I don't think we have many ways to kill it. They get to activate Tassiger, give them back to Elvish Mystic. I don't care about Elvish Mystic all that much. They play the Mystic. Now they attack us for 6. Yep, that happens. They should just activate Tassiger here. Looter. Don't need a looter. I think we just play Oblivion Stone. And then hope that they give us the chance to double block this hangerback walker. Activate Tassiger. Beast Within. That's annoying. I don't want to give them Beast Within. I don't want to give them Glenlander either. I guess we give them Glen. And then we just click them on their draw step to get rid of the Glen. And then we also potentially have Force for anything scary that they can play. The fellows. Take away the Glen. Just because that's an annoying follow-up. If they attack with everything, we'd go to 1, but we do get to trade with the hanger back. You can also activate Tasker now to try and get back the Beast Within. Then we have to force. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Skull Clamp. I give them the Beast Within. Uses more of their mana, and I don't want them drawing a bunch of cards. Oh, they just attack with the hanger back walker. Well, then we double block. Just need to get rid of this. We force pitching Looter for the Beast Within. Yep. Then we know they have a Rofellos left. Baleful Strix. I don't think there's a reason to do it now. Oh, actually there is, because then they can't activate Tassiger another time. So a bunch of stuff goes away, including our mocks. Alright, we're in this game. Would have liked to have had mana drain up, but they get to at least play Rofellos. Maybe nothing else. Metal Worker, not as scary. They have a lot of mana, but that's about it. Baleful Strix. Wouldn't mind finding Fallen Shinobi or something else. Ancestral, no. Recurring Nightmare also pretty good here. Ah, they're making a lot of mana. Umezawa's Jit. Tapping Rofellos as well. This is something huge. Let's hope it's not an Eldrazi. Upheaval. Yeah, let's counter that. I don't think we can beat Upheaval. We might struggle to beat Jit also. Man, our opponent's deck has some good cards in there. Yeah, they equip the Metal Worker. We draw a land. If they attack, we block. They have a Jit. Yeah, I guess we can play on. Not sure what we're drawing into though. I guess Bone Shredder kills their next creature. Yeah, let's block. Oh wow, they're making mana with Rofellos. Okay, equip the Jit. Mind Twist. Yeah, let's Mind Twist them. Why not? See what they have. Tezzeret. Okay. We are just dead. We are just dead to the Jit pump. I'm pretty sure they will do it, and otherwise I don't see a way out of it. Maybe Spell Pierce actually is good if they have a bunch of mana rocks. And this Massacre Worm, it would be good against some of their stuff, but it's so slow. And the triple black, you can also do without Cataxian Probe. Just keep in the Massacre Worm as a more impactful play. Yeah, let's try that. Still not sure about Massacre Worm, but okay, this hand is absolute gas. Mox into Night's Whisper, have a Daze for their first play. And then maybe we can get a fast Tassiger, even have the Bone Shredder. What's missing is some card advantage, but, well, I guess we have Night's Whisper. Mostly just a draw 3 or more counters, but can't complain about this. Well, drawing 2 lands is not what we wanted. Don't do anything. Baleful Strix. I like that. Let's cast it. Another island. That's pretty unfortunate. Let's play the Marsh Flats. What? They only have 1 land? Really? Oh, okay. Well, I like that. Go get our scrubland. And I think we just play Tassiger and then have Daze back up. We do need to find something else to stop them, but at least we have a clock going. It could be that they have Rofellos and that's why they kept his hand, or maybe they have like Channel. Still don't have anything. Sword of Fire and Ice discarded. We still draw lands. That's not good. And I guess I activate the Tassiger now. I'm not doing anything else, and maybe I get a 1-drop, like Adventure. I like that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure why they kept this hand, but that seems supremely greedy. Yep, Mox happens. Sylvan Caryatid. Let's Daze this. Can't kill it otherwise. Slows them down even further while we're beating them with the Tassiger. Recurring Nightmare. We have Venser for their next play. Go down to 9. Devoted Druid. I mean, we can just Bone Shredder Devoted Druid, but let's just bounce it with Venser. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, that's the last draft that we did. We did trophy with something that's not Niv Mizzet. I think I've gotten 13 trophies. I believe 11 of them have been with Niv Mizzet, and one was with a sort of Sultai deck, and the other one was with this one. So Cube will be back in a couple of weeks, and I'll be doing more Cube drafts. I'll try and draft something else than just always Niv Mizzet, but be sure to check back then, and I'll see you next time.